Hey guys, this is part 2 of the video. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure you click here now. If you have, then continue watching and enjoy. And down he finally goes. What a beast. Make your way down to the ruins again and you'll be able to use archaeology to skip a lot of the trash mobs. If you don't, you'll just have to make your way through. After this trash, you will need to face 2 different trash mobs. They are called Temple Disciple and Temple Guardian. Don't just rush in thinking they'll be a normal trash pack, oh no. They use special abilities and do reasonable damage which can cause wipes to unsuspecting groups. It's a great idea to have one of your group CC the Disciple, making the fight a million times easier. The Guardian can use a frontal AoE knockback, which also slows your movement and causes damage over time. The Disciple will use abilities such as Whirlwind, Force Storm and Chain Lightning, which all do AoE damage if you're caught in them. Be sure to face him away from the group, spread out, and to move out of the storm. You can also use interrupts on these abilities. He also seems to cast a heal. It doesn't appear to do much, but with both of them up at once, it would probably be annoying. I really recommend using CC for this pack unless you like things a little bit more dangerous. After defeating 2 sets of the temple mobs, you will reach the final boss, named Prophet of Vodal. He has a lot of health, 13.3 million to be exact. I was a little underwhelmed with this boss and I hope it will be made more difficult by release. Right now his mechanics seem to be quite random and easily avoidable. The only issue is the fact that he has so much health and it can take a long time to take him down. Be careful with your energy and force usage so you can keep a steady amount of good DPS going. There will be a point where you can recuperate this though. He will vanish and 4 flying fire objects will appear, 2 at each end of the room. They will target a random player and start flying towards them. You must run away from them or else face taking a lot of damage to your health. They are immune to attacks, so don't bother trying to DPS them. As you can see, he casts an ability called Crushing Affliction, which marks a player with a damage over time spell. Not only does it do quite a bit of damage when ticking, but when it finishes, it will explode, doing an AoE damage to those near the player. I'm sure you'll be able to dispel this, as well as interrupt the cast. If not, be sure to spread out and heal up the marked player. He also has an ability called Essence Drain. When casted, it appears to do a lot of damage to the target, and stuns them in place so that they're unable to act. Be sure to interrupt this as soon as possible. If you can't, heal the target as much as you can. When killed, he will drop 2 random blue items. All the other bosses normally only drop 1. In my opinion, this boss was a bit of a letdown, although he was only level 21 boss and we were all well above that. He was even green for me. Still, I have a feeling he might be buffed a bit before the game goes live. If I'm wrong, then it's a relatively easy but long fight for your loot. Another issue about the end of this Flashpoint is that BioWare has yet to add a way in which to exit the instance that doesn't consist of having to run all the way back to the start. Once you exit, you can hand in the quest either alone or as a group for a nice net of experience points.
This Carrick station. The threat on Athiss is over, Master Satele. We gathered all the Sith artifacts we could.
More importantly, you returned home safe. The Council no longer feels any disturbance in the Force coming from that world. Based on your discoveries, we now believe the ruins were once a great city, built by a renegade Sith alchemist, Vodal Kresh. According to these artifacts, Vodal Kresh raised an army to challenge the Emperor's rule. The beings you fought in the ruins were their descendants.
The man who was controlling everyone was a powerful Force user. He'd had training.
Many Sith refuse to merge with the Force when they die. It's possible Vodal Kresh still led his remaining followers, but you've ended that. If Darth Malgus had secured these artifacts and recruited the enemies you fought, it would have been disastrous. The These corrupted things will be sealed away where the Sith will never find them. We owe you a great debt.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this playthrough and guide. If you want more, be sure to comment and let us know below. We always welcome your feedback. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video.